Hi Libra, welcome back to the channel and welcome to your Pisces season uh, 2022 horoscope. So let's take a look at what's going on for you in Pisces season. So Pisces, the planet that Neptune rules, the planet of unconditional love, of healing, of higher levels of spirituality, of your intuition. Also, the planet that can create confusion. Can make you feel like you're in a fog. It can be illusions. It can be lies and things that are deceitful. Uh, there's a very wide span. It also it's because it's the things that we can sense, but we can't see. We can sense and feel. We can't see in terms of health. That can be, things that spread that we can't see. Like viruses. It's cold and flu season, so it could affect your health. The Pisces energy is hitting your house of health, and well-being and your day-to-day routine. So important to keep an eye on your health, especially in Pisces season. You have the sun has moved in there. Neptune has been in there for quite some time. Jupiter has moved in there, so Jupiter can expand things. Sometimes it can throw you a little bit of luck, which would be good. So, in the area of health in your day to day, if there has been some confusion around, how you're feeling, how you're taking care of yourself, exactly what your day-to-day routines are going to be in terms of work. If things have kind of gotten weird, Jupiter can sort of expand, your intuition at least, and maybe, give you a way of, feeling your way through that. The sun coming in there is highlighting that, just adding more Pisces energy, focus on what's going on in that area of life. So again, your health, how you're feeling, your day-to-day routines, and anybody that you might need to take care of as well. So that is what's going for in Pisces. If you're having a difficult time, Neptune also rules escapism, alcohol and drugs. You want to be careful. If you've got something, that you need to watch out for in that area, it's real easy to slip back into that. If things are difficult, to sort of find a way to escape. So, a good things to do with all this Pisces energy is, to get quiet, sleep if you need to. Music is really good. uh, Anything around water can be healing. Um, Quiet, pay attention to your intuition. Definitely heightened intuition with all of these planets in Pisces. So there's an opportunity to expand and grow things, in a much more beautiful way. Uh, I think astrologers are talking about it. When I read about this and see these placements, I hope that that is what happens, is just an expansion of your dreams of what you want your day-to-day life to look like, or of how you want to feel. That's all possibility, with the Pisces energy in that area of life for you. So hold on to the faith. Neptune is also faith. And Neptune can be endings as well, and sacrifice as well. So it just kind of depends on what's going on in your life, and you know that. So, pay attention to your intuition, sit quietly and think about that, and hopefully you'll be guided in the direction that you need to go. We all have the Capricorn energy that is still present. Mars and Venus are traveling together in Capricorn, and they have been, doing a little dance. They've been conjunct. They will be traveling conjunct until the middle of the month, until they start to separate. That creates, Mars wants to take action and build something solid and committed, and Venus does want to receive something that is nice and comfortable. And so it's, the energy can balance out in there with those two planets coming together. But it can all, sometimes it can be a push and a pull too. It just depends again on what's going on in your life, and that has been happening. That energy has been affecting your home life and your foundation, your family. Also, anything from your roots. So anything coming up from your childhood, or just, from your family of origin to deal with. And also your current home life, including where you live. So a lot of change there with that Capricorn energy, or at least a lot of planning and thought process, things that you have to think about very seriously. And Mercury's in there too, really intensifying conversations and perceptions about, how do you resolve and plan for the things that you need to do to create a stable home life for yourself, or to resolve issues that might be coming back as a result of, your family and home life. So a little heavy in that area. That's your stability, you're in the day to day, as well as, in your family in general. And Pluto's been in there. Pluto likes to change things. It's a long transit. So it's just it's added emphasis in that area of life. So I hope you're hanging in there. Mercury has moved out of that area of life and moved into Aquarius, where you might feel a little bit more free. You might have some insights, or at least feel like you could experience a breakthrough. It's moved into the house of joy, into the house of your children and your creativity. So hopefully, whatever you've been planning and unpacking in the area of your home and foundation, with Mercury moving into the fifth house, you're able to move a little freer, at least think a little freer, and come up with solutions that are, going to move you forward in a new and a different way. So yeah, that's what's going on. Also, when the sun moved into Pisces initially, it did create a square, which is tension, to the transiting nodes in Scorpio and Taurus. And Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and that's the south node is in Scorpio, and that is, what is hidden or underneath, or what was in the past. It's karmic, so it's things coming up that we have to deal with, whether it's regarding a person or a situation, or something that we have to deal with emotionally. Could be any of those things coming up with that square. The sun squaring that is sort of bringing that area into focus. The north node is in Taurus, which is an earth sign, so it could be bringing something out that we haven't actually been holding in our hands and looking at, and so that Pluto can help us transform that into something that is more comfortable and secure for us. So if you have planets in Scorpio and Taurus, that will be intensified, and depending on the degrees, and the nodes are at about 26 degrees right now, they will eventually come close, conjunct, pass through, and that energy in that area of life will be intensified. And for you, that is the area of value, resources, earned income, and anything you value, even a relationship, or yourself, your self-esteem. The Taurus north node is in your eighth house of what is hidden, what's in your psyche, your combined resources, so marriages, mortgages, debt, intimate relationships, things like that. So I will talk more about how the nodes will affect other planets and other energies as throughout the next year and a half during that nodal transit. I did do a video on that just a little while back, when the nodes first moved into those signs, so you can roll it back and take a look at that for a little better explanation of exactly what that means. But I just wanted to mention, because the sun did make a square for about 3 days, which could have caused something to sort of bubble up, and that you have to deal with, either emotionally or actually in the area of your finances, or your value, or how you feel somebody else values you, self-esteem in general. So that's what's going on. That's a lot that's going on, especially with all this Pisces energy. So good time to relax, good time to take care of yourself, especially your health. And if I mean, this is a general reading. All these are general. Obviously, it's the possibilities that, we might be experiencing with these kinds of transits. But how it affects you personally will be based on your own personal birth chart. So, could be very different and more specific, could be less intense or more intense. If you are interested in taking a look at your birth chart and where all of these energies are impacting you, get a hold of me at GeminiFire65 at MSN.com. I'd love to read for you. You can also find me on Etsy at Jovi's Star Astrology, and you can purchase a reading over there. Keep an eye out for some more videos, obviously, coming up, transits, when the planets come together and have conversations in the sky through the next month, as well as upcoming information on the series that we're planning to continue for the U.S. Pluto return. And at the end of the month, we'll be back to talk about your Aries season reading. Until then, I'm wishing you the dreamiest Pisces season that you can possibly have. Take good care of yourself, and may the stars forever be in your favor. I'll see you.